Wow. Let's go ahead and press start so the game doesn't go into demo mode. This is Resident Evil Code Veronica X. This is not the best Resident Evil game on the planet. This is genuinely considered by most to be the hardest old-school Resident Evil game. And this was actually the first old-school Resident Evil game I ever finished, and I played 1 a few times at a couple of friends' house. I played 3 a few times at a couple of friends' house. I own 1 through 3. I just haven't played them myself. And my introduction to the series was Resident Evil 4. I'm actually running this on PCSXE, or whatever it's called, PS2 emulator, but we're using my original disc from my Resident Evil The Essentials collection. I got this for the PS2. God, I don't even know when I bought that. It was ages ago. Me and my dad went to Walmart, and, Walmart at the time used to have these really cool deals where you could get like 3 games in a set, usually. They had it with the Mortal Kombat collection, they had it with this, they had it with, I think, the Metal Gear Solid one at one point, which I do own as well. And so my dad was like, hey, Resident Evil, you want to get spooked the fuck out? And I was like, sure, Dad, let's do that. And we played Resident Evil 4, my dad got to Dr. Salvador, got his head blown off with a chainsaw, and said, this game sucks, and then he stopped playing it. So I played Resident Evil 4, and then I went and played this, and this game kicked the shit out of me. This is widely regarded as the most difficult Resident Evil game in the entire series. Well, I would say that maybe Resident Evil 5 on Pro mode with, like, S ranking everything was absolutely fucking insane. I've done that on solo before. And I'm not really what you call a huge Resident Evil fan. I think the story is absolutely god-awful. And this game is a reason it's why my favorite in the series, probably, is because this game has the most batshit insane story and the most batshit insane scripting of all fucking time. This game is hard, and I'm going to say this before we even get started, I am not going to be getting an A ranking. To get an A rank in this game, you have to only use no first aid sprays. You get 1 save on your save file, and you only get that halfway through the entire game. And then, oh, it gets even better. 4.5 hours, I think, is the minimum. Now, I can comfortably cruise through this game in about that same time if I'm skipping all the cutscenes and everything, but holy shit, this game is fucking hard. This is what I think of when I think of old school Resident Evil. Now, this is not like Resident Evil 4, there's no over-the-head camera, this is old fixed cameras, and shit like that. It's really hard, it's not easy. Wasting too many bullets can absolutely fuck you up entirely. There's no warning. Oh my god. Before I even get super into this, I never finished this in like 1 sitting as a kid. I restarted this game about 4 fucking times when I was a kid because this game is so punishing and hard that I genuinely... I think I finished this game out of fucking spite. I don't think I actually liked it by the time I finished it. I was very much done with it. So, holy shit. So this game takes place, I'm not even going to begin to describe the Resident Evil story, it's a goddamn clusterfuck. But, anyways, you play as Claire, who's Chris's brother, whatever. This game is just a mess. So, I'm just going to get into it right now. I'm not going to be getting an A rank, I'll probably get like a C, maybe a high B, I don't know, we'll see about it. But, I finished this game twice recently. I've finished it maybe 8 times in my entire life. And it's fucking hard. So, like I said, we are using an emulator, but it's the same disc I've had since forever. So, if you want to get this, I don't know how you're going to get it anymore. I think they have an HD version on 360, I think, came out. I think it was a digital download. And I think that also came out when Resident Evil 4 got re-released as well. So... if I had to say my favorite is still this game, because of the memory behind how frustrating it is. Now, I'm going to be saying this right now. We're going to probably save a few times, not very often. I know what I'm doing. I've actually got all the puzzle solutions next to me. I'm not going to be going through any of this story, like fluff, like the dialogue, like, you find in little files here and there. I'm mainly going to be strictly going through the entire game. But we will watch the cutscenes because they're fucking incredible. Now, there is a difference between the Code Veronica X version and just Code Veronica. CVX, as I'll just call it from now on, is the PS2 re-release. I think it also may have came out on GameCube. I don't know. I didn't play that weird console. So, This is going to add new cutscenes to it. I think the original screen didn't even have Wesker there, so... Yeah, this came out, I think, a year after. This was originally released on the Dreamcast, if I remember correctly. So, let's go ahead and just jump into it. There's not really a whole hell of a lot of differences, mainly just added cutscenes. Even the back of the box pretty much just describes more cutscenes! Ooh! Back when that was a big deal. So we also have Battle Game here. This is kind of like Mercenaries mode, but we'll get into that later. It's not that important. I will show you guys how to get Steve as well. Fucking Steve. I'm not fucking around. Let's get into this goddamn game. This game's hard as shit. Let's do it.
Resident Evil.
Oh boy. I hope you guys are fucking ready. I sure as shit am not, even though I finished this game twice. Let's do it! Alright, I gotta turn it down a little bit on my end.
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search for her lost brother Chris, and a rookie police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come.
I hate that formatting on that text. It's awful. It really bugs me.
3 months later.
Your identification number is WKD 4496. Welcome to your new home.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother, Chris Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
So much uhing going on. Get used to it in this game. How convenient.
Don't move.
Better get used to those bars, kid. If I were equipped with a lighter, I could see outside even though I can clearly see. So, this is the game. Alright, we're playing as Claire in this game. Now, don't worry if you're one of those people who's only played Resident Evil 4. You get more than just these 8 spots in your inventory. Better than original Resident Evil, I think you only got 6. So, now, I'm not going to be going into insane detail about like the file system of this game. You can do that on your own time. I'll explain the story as it goes on, if I can. I think Claire's symbol is obviously a Valkyrie on the back of her vest as well, if you haven't noticed that by now. I love how it's just a weird tradition in these kinds of games to show the character's height, weight, and blood type. I don't know why they do that. So let's go ahead and go into our inventory and clear up this immediately. Let's go ahead and use the playing manual. If you didn't have the instruction manual, I don't know how you wouldn't. You just do that if you want to. But let's go ahead and equip the lighter, and we'll see a spooky man. Oh no. Oh no. So scared.
Perfect. Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. The troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
Oh, we will worry about him, don't worry. So go back in your cell here. This game, like I said, controls like classic Resident Evil. Now, green herbs, if you don't know, those are healing items, and trust me, this game is full of shit where you need to have them. So, take the handgun bullets, and yes, our inventory is going to be a giant clusterfuck by the end, and most importantly, take this fucking knife, man. This is the most useful thing in the entire game. Most Resident Evils at the time had a really shitty knife, as far as I'm concerned. And if you're familiar with Resident Evil 4, you're like, oh, it's a great way of saving ammo. Yeah, you're thinking in the right place. That's what you should be thinking with in this game, because if you don't use the knife, you're gonna be fucking screwed. This game is hard. Now, we may get a lot of bullets, but trust me, they're gonna be for very specific reasons. I'm not gonna be dying, I don't think, anytime soon. I mean, I think my last playthrough I only died on one boss fight because I was testing stuff out. But other than that, it's not a very difficult game, but it's hard to get used to. So, and trust me, if you're not used to this kind of Resident Evil style, it's gonna be weird. Oh no, an explosion! I haven't seen these cutscenes in so long. I usually just skip past them, but I do know what's going on. Oh shit! Oh no, what are we gonna do? Other than advance slowly. Oh no. Get used to this format of cutscene, by the way. And yep, these are classic Resident Evil zombies, not like Plagas or Ouroboros. So, don't worry too much. You're gonna get grabbed probably at least once going through here. It's very narrow. Just go ahead and run past them. Now, this is not like in Resident Evil 3 where I believe you had a dodge move. This game you just have to dodge manually, which is really fucking awkward. So let's go over here. And now we meet the most pretentious cunt in all of Resident Evil history.
Wait, don't shoot!
Who are you?
Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over. sorry about that little misunderstanding. But I thought you were another one of those monsters.
Shut up. Make
Should've
one
just
wrong move and I'll
blown his
shoot.
head off.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve. I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire. Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
Found the incel.
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
I love how fucking awful the voice acting is in this game, by the way. It's incredible. There's nothing quite like it. It's like The Room, but worse. So go ahead and talk to the zombie with the A button, or the X button, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I said talk, just deal with it, so just go this way. Now you may be like, this doesn't seem very action-packed, why is this your favorite Resident Evil game? Well, it's also because the beginning is very rough. The beginning definitely takes a while to get used to, so if you can get past it, you're fine. I mean, I think it's a pretty solid Resident Evil game in its own right. So now, here comes the other thing you're probably familiar with if you played any other Resident Evil game. We need to start combining herbs. Now, shit! Fuck, that might have screwed me over. I meant to combine that. Oh well, it's probably fine. I really hope. I probably should only need to use one healing item the entire first portion here we're gonna do, so I hope. So, if you haven't guessed by now, you don't want to have to fight enemies very often. It's very awkward, it's very ungraceful, and in this game especially, enemies tend to respawn, so not like every single time. But most areas you go through, they do have to be cleared at least once. This is not an area we have to go through twice. I'm actually going to go around. I'm trying to do some fidangling here, but I don't want to try it. We'll go up there in a minute. Now, this area is entirely optional. You don't have to go in here, but I strongly recommend it to get some handgun bullets. So, don't pick up the ones over there. Go in here, in this shower, and go ahead and interact with this. Take the crotch bullets. Perfect. Actually, let's go ahead and reload the handgun. So you can also do this. You can combine the handgun or whatever item you're using to reload it manually. That's way easier and way safer. So we're just going to go ahead and grab these. Now, this zombie here does have an item on it. Now, I don't really need that. Oh shit, get off my leg, man. You're like a fucking dog or something. So there's a playing manual over there, or I think it's some prisoner info. You can go ahead and interact with that if you really want to. I generally just stay the fuck out of that room. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so this is fine. We're not in, like, caution or anything yet. Oh, jeez, I gotta get up there before he gets down here. So if a zombie gets too close to you, which this one I'm probably gonna have to kill, there's no denying it, he's gonna have to get killed. There is a specific strategy that you want to use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets. Now he's down. Pick up the knife. And just be very careful. Yeah, you see that right there? You can get stuck on the fucking... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is a really bad spot. I didn't want to have this happen. So, if you get in these really narrow, claustrophobic areas... Oh my god, okay, he's downstairs, good. I'm just gonna run past him. I don't really need to kill him, honestly. So, if you want to be really, really careful in this game with your bullets, that's the strategy. The knife in this game attacks on every single frame of its animation, rather than just, you know, you swipe and do damage. This one is the entire animation does damage. So what I was trying to do was combine the herbs to make some herb powder. There's 3 kinds of herbs in this game, and oh no, a spooky cutscene. There's red, blue, and green. There's no yellow. That was introduced in Resident Evil 4. Oh no, another spooky cutscene. I wonder what's doing this, making growling sounds. I wonder. So, yeah. There's also poison in this game. I think that was also in classic Resident Evil games, I'm pretty sure. Poison can only be cured with blue and green herbs mixed together, or blue, green, and red. I'm going to be saving a lot of my items, so... Oh god. Yeah, this is an area that I don't want to get too fucked up in. So if you get in situations like this, you can actually just exit the area, and it resets the AI. That is a very crucial thing you can do. The main reason you want to do this is because this game is hard. Now, let's see if I can get him... yeah, that's fine. 2, 3, 4... Now, this area is going to get repopulated. I'm very well aware of it. Oh, fuck. Okay, he's dead. Good. I should be able to run past this one, but I want to be really safe right now because I've already used up one of my healing items, which I did not want to do. What you can basically do is just do this. This is a very... It seems stupid, like, Seth, this game looks really bad. It's not, trust me. It's just the beginning is so rough. If you've never played one of these games, you have no idea how hard they actually are. And I'm going to clear this area out just this one time. There's actually 2 more zombies in the area. Now, those zombies can't get through here, but they will eventually, if you couldn't tell. I'm going to lure this guy out because we have to go out of here again. So he could potentially get in my way. You know, actually, I think it's probably fine to leave him alone. I'll probably regret doing this in 2 seconds, but oh well. I'm pretty sure he doesn't... Well, you'll see. So, this is an area that I swear to God, if you've played this game before, you know exactly what I'm going to do. And how it fucked me over the first time I played it. So all metallic items have to go in this box. This is not your standard storage box. Herbs don't go in there. The game will actually say no. So, zombies roaming around. I wonder if that's going to be a problem later on. So let's go ahead and go over here and grab a first aid spray. Now these are full heals, but they do not heal poison, so you got to keep that in mind when you're dealing with, well, poison's just awful. That's all there is to it. So, one of the conditions of getting an A ranking in this game is by not using a single first aid spray. I'd say that's a pretty fair condition. I did it on my last playthrough. I think I only used herbs, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it was like last night. So, doesn't matter. Go ahead and put those in there for now. Those things we picked up were actually grenade shells. We don't get the grenade launcher till way later, and don't worry about it either. So there's a document if you want to pick it up.
Chris Redfield.
Ugh.
What are you doing here?
Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
Is he a relative of yours or something?
You mean my brother?
Ah, your siblings. Well, it seems your brother is under surveillance by Umbrella.
Why is
What?
he tapping that?
I've got to contact Leon and tell him to let my brother know he's being monitored. It's a good thing I have access to an outside connection from here.
Well, that file shows the latitude and longitude of this place. Why don't you send your brother the coordinates and ask him to come help?
Thanks. I'll do that.
Hey, I was just kidding. There's no way he could get here, even if he is your brother.
Yes, he can. I'm sure of it.
No way. He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
Jesus Christ.
What was that all about?
God, the story in this game is so bad. Anyways, go ahead and activate this, and you'll get the Hawk Emblem. We need this to open up a door, but it's metallic, so we can't really use it, obviously, so we have to hold on to it. So we need to pull this up. It makes an awesome, badass sound. So one thing that this game gets a lot of shit for, other than the atrocious story and voice acting, is the puzzle design. It's very unfriendly, and it involves a lot of backtracking, but I personally don't mind it. Like I said, I probably only like this game because I hate it, and that's probably saying something. I do actually like Survivor, but I never finished it. There's actually 2 Survivor games in the series, but I only have the first one. It came with the Essentials box I got a long time ago. So now, like I said, that zombie that was out here, I didn't kill him because I know he's not going to be in this next instance. Oh god, look at me using terms like instance like a fucking... whatever I am. So go ahead and equip your handgun, and this part's pretty easy. I wonder what's going to happen. Oh no! Oh shit! So go ahead and do that. You don't need to kill these zombies, honestly. Just pick up the fire extinguisher. And just... fuck. Oh, God. It's not really me fucking up, either. It's because the, this game did have joystick, obviously, but it's still grid-based, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna go back in there. We're gonna grab a key while we're in there. I did this because I wanted to make sure I can reset the zombies. So, like I said, if you're getting in situations where you know you can safely avoid combat, just do it. It's way, way safer in the long run not to get stuck on enemies or shit like that. So, if you're probably thinking, this is really boring, well, yes, in the beginning it's pretty boring, but once you get halfway through this area, the game opens up and becomes an actual Resident Evil game. This is still very much the tutorial state of the game. Now, the other reason I'm playing cautiously is because I'm recording. If I wasn't, I'd just be blasting through all the cutscenes and, you know, generally not thinking very much. I actually played this last time watching a podcast, so I don't really have much insight after a while at that point. So, in my opinion, though, this game is pretty much peak Resident Evil. I stopped playing Resident Evil after 5, because, let's face it, 6 was a dumpster fire, 7 was just so much of a departure from the series, 8 looks interesting, I guess. And then everything else after, like, the Revelation series was just too much, the films weren't very good. You know what I mean? I just sort of fell off Resident Evil after 4 and 5. I think 5 is okay. It's not, like, insanely good. I played a shitload of it. Obviously, I S-ranked the whole game, but, like, still. So, oh no! Iconic Resident Evil imagery! So, just run... oh, shit. Come on, man. I'm probably gonna be in caution at this state. No? Wow, good. So I'm not going to kill these dogs because we have a key that can deal with this problem really easily. If you don't grab that padlock key, this part's a giant pain in the ass. Dogs aren't very common in this game. They are kind of a Resident Evil staple. Also, there's more zombies over here at this point now, too. So just go in there really quickly. You do not want to stand around. Now, another thing, like I said, you don't want to kill too many zombies at a time, because you only have so many bullets. We may have 60 bullets at this point, but that's not very many. So, you want to, like I said, rely mainly on your knife. If you're not using your knife, it's going to be a really, really bad time. And honestly, that's kind of one of the issues I had going into this. This game is absolutely unforgiving. If you're not careful, you can totally end up dead gaming yourself. Not just with, well, I'll explain it when we do it in a minute here. So, I think there's only him left, and that's it. I do love the atmosphere of this game a lot. Oh no, there's still one more. These, like, naked zombies, I think they're actually programmed to be weaker, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. So, you can see I ran out of bullets. Instead of just standing there like an idiot, I'm actually going to reload the gun manually in my inventory. That is a way safer idea. So, also, don't forget we need to come back here later. So go ahead and use the extinguisher. I'll probably stop this episode at the mansion, if I'm guessing at this point. Because normally I just keep playing until I get tired of it. So, alright. Another thing you can do in this game is check your inventory items. So we need to look at this, and we see that there's a button. Go ahead and push it. And you get the special alloy thing, and it actually does tell you what it is. It's basically a metal that's not really metal detectable. Probably going to be used for some horrible, hinky shit, if I had to guess. It's Umbrella. They were probably going to inject it full of bullshit and turn it into a giant monster if they could. You know, and one thing I think is really interesting about this game, it came out in, I think, originally 2000 or 2001. Oh, shit. And, I'm not sure how popular or widely used 3D printing was. That's actually a really odd point to me. So go ahead and use the padlock key on this. The reason I did it now, I don't want those dogs on my ass. So the game does tell you that you don't need a key anymore, get rid of it, you don't need to hold on to it. Don't worry, you're not going to get fucked over, there's no hidden surprise like, oh, you need this key at this point in the game. However, this game does do that. So there is one zombie still, I think he's over here. No? I guess they're the ones behind the door there. There is a couple of spots in this game that have just background ambience, which I really like. It gets you nervous.
Please deposit any metallic
I don't think this game is actually what I call
in the
scary.
security box.
There is some jump scares that genuinely got me the first time. Also, this empty extinguisher, we'll talk about that later. But if I'm gonna spoil it, you need that at the very fucking end of the game or you can't finish it. So, remember that's there. So also notice there's more zombies now. They're banging on the doors. They're not having a good time. Go ahead and grab the Hawk Emblem. I'm not sure if first aid spray is metallic. I just keep it in there because I'm pretty sure it is. So that little notebook also only just tells you how the 3D printer works. The enhanced 3D scanner. I really am not sure if this was a brand new technology at this time. I'm not sure the history of 3D printing, so go ahead and use the Hawk Emblem on it. You could do this before, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just doing it now so you guys know what to do. I also don't want to forget about it. This game, if you forget a puzzle item, oh my god, you're going to be backtracking for like 10-15 minutes. It's fucking awful. It's also why I like it so much, is because it's a game that really punishes you for fucking up. And let me put the alloy on here. God damn, look at that animation. And boom. What do you know? We've somehow printed a handgun. Just kidding. My mom genuinely thought that that's how it works. She's like, oh, you know, people just get 3D printers, they can make handguns. So, you'll hear the windows break. Surprise, surprise. We have no weapons or anything to defend ourselves with. We're gonna go in here. And we're actually going to reset their positioning because I don't want to have to take too much damage. I really cannot stress you don't want to take unnecessary damage. So there's one straight in the middle of this area here. God damn it, I was hoping I could avoid him. I'm amazed I'm not in caution state yet. This probably will put me in caution state. Oh shit. God damn it. So anyways, what I mean by caution state is, well, take this with us, why not? I might as well. I'm gonna be going up to an item box anyways. Sometimes I do this the other way by just leaving it there for another one later and just looping around, but I think this will save time. So, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I say caution state. So you see how my health is in yellow right now? I could technically heal, but it's absolutely unnecessary. This is a totally fine state to be in the game, in my opinion, because you're not really in any danger. The only time you really need to heal is when you're in orange, or obviously red. If you're in red, you can be killed in like 1 second, and later on in the game with hunters and shit, yep, if you've played Resident Evil, you know what hunters are. If you don't, well, you're gonna have a good time. So just go ahead and run over here. It's pointless to kill the dogs because this area is so short, you don't need to go in and kill them. Yeah, if you're in that state though, it's pretty fucking dangerous. Alright, now go ahead. There's nothing over in those corners either, so go ahead and use the alloy on here. Now, if this kind of gameplay doesn't, like, click with you, it's probably not going to be a fun game. I will say that right now. I mean, it's something that's very specific, that, like, only a handful of people really like. I'm in that weird ballpark, so you do need to hit action on stairs in this game. I think in other Resident Evil games before this, you could just go up them. Now you may be like, oh, hot damn, look at all these herbs. Oh, I'm just gonna chomp them down. Don't. Like I said, you do not want to heal unless you absolutely need to. I only strongly recommend healing with green herbs to start with. And you don't want to even just use one at a time. So my inventory strategy for this game is pretty weird, but I hope it makes sense. So I'm going to mix the herbs into a 3 pile, which is a full heal. And then I'm going to save individual herbs, like 1 green herb, and then combine them just to save inventory space, because this game does have a very limited inventory. Don't worry, we're going to get more in a few minutes. It's not like a huge deal. And if you're like, do you split characters in this game? Yes. You do it once with Chris, another time with Claire, and then the rest of the game is with Chris. Does the game signpost this? Oh, fuck no. It doesn't do that at all. It's gonna... it's gonna kick you in the teeth if it's your first time playing. So... And trust me, I fucked up numerous times. Not with, like, item planning, but just, like... giving characters the wrong thing. Like, I tried to fight Nosferatu with... You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I think, if you've never played this, but... Either way, it doesn't matter. It was a bad time. I basically knifed Nosferatu to death. So that was a dumb idea. Go ahead and point your gun. And there's 3 dogs in this area, so once a dog is down, knife, and just keep knifing. You'll know when they die because they make that "errrt" sound. Jesus Christ. That's too close. There we go. If they keep moving, just go like this. Now you can just use the knife on them, just to get them into this, like, down state, but I strongly don't recommend using it. Just use your gun. We have Mr. Gun to solve these problems, okay? Anyways, if you're like, this combat seems really boring, Resident Evil really is not a game series about its combat. It's mainly about items and exploration and puzzles. It's not really what I call anything exciting. So, especially old school Resident Evil, it's really like this. It's not exactly a combat powerhouse engine anyways. You're basically just pointing at things. It's really inaccurate. Trust me, that knife may be really good, but if you hit a fucking wall, oh, it's gonna kick your ass. It's awful. So, I'm just going over here to pick up this. I'm not really going in, like, detail about all the areas yet. There's some bowgun ammo over there, but I'm gonna pick it up later. So, the bowgun is another weapon we can use as Claire, but we don't get it till the facility. I'd say it's pretty good. I will explain why it's really good later as well, so if you're like, what do you mean? Oh, trust me, I'll tell you later. It's a great story. So there's a herb over here. And yeah, by the way, I say herb because it's got a fucking H in it. Why would you not? So go ahead and combine this. And boom. Now, there is red herbs. They're just very uncommon. The main thing I'm going to be using red herbs for is a red-green-blue mix because you get the best of all things. So, anyways, this is the mansion. Or at least the first part of the mansion, I should say. The resident in the Resident Evil, if you will. So, we can get a couple of goodies in this room. We can actually start this puzzle right now, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do it if you've never played it. There's handgun bullets up here, and there's more items in that bathroom, but I'm going to put some stuff away first so I have some inventory space. Now, this entire area, you want to clear out very specifically. If you don't, it's going to be a really bad time. That's most of this entire game in a nutshell. So, this is a save room. I mean, I would hope that the name implies what it is. So go over here and push this thing over. Like I said, you don't have to do this without, like, finding it, but just to show you guys that I know what it is. Gonna take another herb. And now, save rooms are pretty common, or sorry, uncommon. They do have items in them almost every single time. And we're gonna pick up the biohazard key card. Or sorry, the umbrella card, not biohazard key card. There's also some handgun bullets on this shelf. And this is where we're not going to get an A ranking, because I'm going to be saving as well. Because the cutscenes take up time, so I need to make sure I'm doing it. So first things first, put the fucking extinguisher in there. Good God, don't ever forget it's there. And now you're probably like, Seth, what are you doing? Very specifically, I like to have my inventory a very specific way. Until we get the bow gun, that's going to go there. I think I'm only going to need 1 healing item for now. I'm pretty gangster like that, so I'm not really worried. And to save the game in this series, at this point, you have to use ink ribbons, so you have a limited number of saves, but don't be like, oh god, it's brutal. No, it's very easy. It's not that big of a deal. So you can see there's my other save where I only did 3. That was my last playthrough. So, alright, we're going to save the game. I'm going to throw these in the box, if you will. And we're also going to just call it for this episode. So if you guys want to see more, stay tuned. If you just want to hear my sexy voice, I would love it if you did. So I'll see you in the next one.